coverage starts in 5 minutes. Stream now live or something.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's live coverage of the Pitching In Northern Premier League fixture between Guiseley and Marine. It's the opening day of the season here at Nevermore Park, where the newly promoted Marine look to kick off their return to the Northern Premier League. Standing in their way is Guiseley, who will also return to the Northern Premier League after suffering relegation from the Vanarama National League North. Commentators for teams take to the pitch. I'll run through the teams for this afternoon. Starting with the Mariners, in goal it's number 1 Bailey Passant, number 2 Josh Solomon Davis, number 3 Sean Smith, number 4 Mark Howarth, number 5 the captain today Josh Wardle, number 6 Jonathan Spittle, number 7 Charlie Doyle, number 8 Jordan Lussey, number 9 Keelan Adams, number 10 Jake Burton, and number 11 Lucas Weir. On number 12 Luke Clark, number 14 Callum Harris, number 15 Hayden Campbell, number 16 Mo Torre, so a much changed Marine lineup from the last competitive game. So much changed Marine lineup from the last competitive fixture, which of course was the playoff final in April against Runcorn Linnets, game that Marine won 2-1. We're just going to have a moment's silence before we get underway. Edging closer to kick off now at Nevermore Park. As I look at the two teams, Marine to the left, shooting from left to right in a change strip with the blue shirt and black shorts. Guiseley kick off. Guiseley start, shooting from right to left in white tops, blue shorts. It's going to be Marine to get us underway. It's going to be Jake Burton, one of the new signings. The referee today, Lee Heibel, assisted by Joseph Golland, Joshua Bramall. And we're underway for the 2022-23 Northern Premier League campaign. As Marine look to have lined up at the start of today's match and a 3-5-2. Cleared up towards Jack Dunn from the back line of Marine. Headed back to his goalkeeper from George Sikora. Goalkeeper Kyle Trenery. Well, I've got a moment in play. I'll just read through the Guiseley team once again. In goal, Kyle Trenery. Number 2, Ethan Vaughan. Number 3, Jonathan Haas. Number 4, Ethan Cartwright. Number 5, George Sikora. Number 6, Spencer Harris. Number 7, John Johnston. Number 8, Luke Dean. Number 9, the captain, Jake Cassidy. Number 10, Lewis Hay. And number 11, Andy Kellett. As Keelan Adams has it down the left wing for Marine. Cuts back for Sean Smith. Adams all the way back to Howarth. It was a bit of a firm ball, and Howarth looks to swing it in towards the box and gratefully into the hands of Kyle Trenery. Trenery just drops the ball and kicks it long from the ground up towards the captain Cassidy. A long switch, looking for the winger over on the far side, Johnston. Johnston get a ball into the box, takes a deflection, but Bailey Passett is dominant in the air and managed to gather. Throws it out to this near side towards Josh Solomon Davis. Plays it into the middle for Lussey, who loops it forward. Dean has it again for the home side, Guiseley. Vaughan out wide, looking for Johnston. Intercepted by Howarth, who steps up from the back. Mark Howarth started in a back three today, as he did so many times last season during the defensive crisis. Lots of injuries last year. And he looks over the top, looking for Burton. There's a bit of a mix-up between Burton and the goalkeeper Trenery. The Guiseley keeper just about comes away with it. His Haas looking wide for Hay. Hay looks to get past Solomon Davis. Hayes, long ball forward. Just runs out of play before he manages to play the ball forward. So it's going to be a throw in just in front of me from Solomon Davis down the line. Looking for Kyle Hayde, and the last touch is deemed to have come off. Not Kyle Hayde, sorry. Keelan Adams. Hay looks to control, but it's nicked off of him by Charlie Doyle. Lucas Weir just manages to squeeze it through to Smith, playing at left wing back today. Back to Howarth, who looks to play a long ball forward up towards Burton, but Adams can run in behind, and he's gotten to the end of it, and can he just squeeze it in? Not quite. Taken off the line by the Guiseley man. There wasn't a lot of power behind it from Adams, but it was definitely going in. Throw in taken down the line by the Guiseley fullback. And now here's Hay. Looks to get past Spittle. And tries to swing the ball in towards the box, and the last touch comes off of Hay and out for a throw in. Solomon Davis with the throw down the line, looking for Doyle. Flicked on towards Burton, but Burton can't help it onto Adams. It's cleared away. Lussey's in the midfield, looking to win it back. Just about gets a foot in. And it's Cartwright now, who can just spread it wide for Ethan Vaughan. Howarth is there again to make the interception, but just trips over the ball, and it runs out for a throw-in over on the far side, just in front of the dugout, where Neil Young stands in front of just 4 substitutes today. Bit of an injury crisis in the week leading up to the opening day. 4 subs today: Luke Clark, Callum Harris, Hayden Campbell, and Mo Torre. Campbell, one of 3 signings announced a couple of days ago, alongside Zenon Bahula and Short. Here's the left back, Haas. Tries to swing it in towards the box and cleared away by one of the summer signings, Josh Wardle. In fact, there's only four players on the pitch for Marine today who were here last season. That includes the goalkeeper Bailey Passant. So it's a very much a new look squad for Marine. A lot of player movement both in and out over the summer. Haas looks to throw a ball in field for Cartwright and beaten away by Lussey. And the Guiseley keeper Trenery could just watch it safely out for a goal kick. It's a very warm day today here in West Yorkshire, sitting at around 30 degrees. Long ball forward from Trenery. He's met by Wardle, swings it out towards Smith, who's had an impressive pre-season with Marine, formerly of Ballertown in North Wales. Guiseley have a free kick over on that far side, on their right, to be taken by the keeper Trenery, about 20 yards from his box. It's cleared away and the ball's a little bit loose in midfield and it's picked up by Dean. Looks to play it down the line. It's pinballing around in there. It's Weir in the midfield and eventually pressure is off as Smith is tripped and Marine win a free kick. So free kick to be taken over there. Short by Bailey Passant. Mark Howarth can ping a ball forward, looking towards Keelan Adams, but there's too much on that for the number 9, signed from Macclesfield last summer. The first player that Marine have paid money for in over 20 years. Long ball forward from Trenery up towards the captain Cassidy, but the ball's headed safely back by Josh Wardle into the hands of Bailey Passant. So inside the opening 10 minutes, it's still 0-0. It's both sides still battling for dominance. Spittle just lets it bounce over his head. Eventually goes back to his goalkeeper Bailey Passant. Long ball forward, looking towards Keelan Adams, who makes a half-hearted attempt at getting to it. It's Josh Solomon Davis though. In towards Burton. Burton tries to look back down the line for Solomon Davis, but there's too much on that and not enough accurate direction, and it's out for a goal kick. Solomon Davis recently capped by his nation St. Lucia over the summer. So congratulations to Josh. Short ball from Trenery to his centre back Spencer Harris. The left back Haas looks down the line for Lewis Hay, who's causing a bit of a nuisance of himself in these opening stages of the game. Ball just put into touch. Ball played back towards Harris. And he looks down the line for Cassidy, just holds off for challenge from Spittle, and it's Hay down the left wing now. Looks back for Cassidy, good play between the two of them. Cassidy looks to cut in now, inside the penalty area. It's won off him by Charlie Doyle. A long ball forward looking for Keelan Adams, who looks to put Sikora under a bit of pressure. It's not the best ball back to his goalkeeper. Trenery's done reasonably well there. Lucas Weir looks to pick it up in midfield now as Marine tries to keep the pressure on. Back to him from Smith, and Weir fires the ball in towards Adams. I think that's Charlie Doyle. It was Sean Smith, sorry, with the effort from the edge of the box. And it's never trouble in Trenery. So another goal kick to be taken by Cal Trenery. Long ball forward Looking towards Johnston, headed away by Mark Howarth. Adams is eased off the ball by Sakura. And here's Harris at the back for Guiseley. Looks for a long ball forward up towards Cassidy. And now Lucy looks to punt it forward, headed away by Howarth. Can't really get a strong foothold on the ball, Marine. Now Haas looks to bring it forward, just checks back, plays it to Cartwright, looking for a long diagonal over towards Johnston. It's not the best ball, and it's safely back to Bailey Passant. There's vocal Marine fans behind the goal, as always. Always so vocal and loyal in their support, especially these away days. Weir looks to play it back towards Charlie Doyle. Keelan Adams just about keep it in. He can, but he's played it back to Hay. And now Cartwright can bring it forward. His ball is intercepted by Lucy. It's good from the midfielder. Drives forward and just checks back to Charlie Doyle. Might have a ball over the top for Smith if he can pick him out. He can, just about. Smith takes it down. Back towards Weir. Not the best return ball from Weir. And it runs behind for a goal kick. So if you're just joining us today, Marine line up in what looks to be a sort of 3-4-3 formation. Charlie Doyle, Jordan Lucy in the middle of the park. Weir sort of floating behind the strike partnership of Keelan Adams and Jake Burton. Solomon Davis and Smith supplying the width. A back three of Spittle, Wardle and Howarth. And the usual face of Bailey Passant behind them. Howarth looks to play it forward up towards Burton. Does well to hold off the challenge, but he can't chase it down. Ball's game of head tennis in the middle of the pitch. Charlie Doyle eventually gets a foot on it, but can only hoof it back up into the air. It's Ethan Vaughan over on that far side. Good foot in from Lucy, but he's given away a free kick. About 15 yards inside the Marine half, so a chance to potentially get the centre-backs forward for Guiseley, if they so choose. A long ball forward, looking for Cassidy, who is in an offside position, according to the assistant referee over on the far side. So free kick to be taken by Passant inside his penalty area. There's a congregation of players on the right hand side, but Passant just plays it too centrally and gives possession straight back to Carl Trenery in the opposite goal. Looks to play it long for Cassidy, but Spittle's in there. And Andy Kellett looks to latch onto it, and eventually Mark Howarth just has to put it into touch. It's sloppy play at the back from Marine there. Jonathan Haas with the throw in. Looking down the line up towards Cassidy, the captain. Last touch off of Solomon Davis, but it looks like Wardle will stop it from going behind for a corner. Spittle looks to clear it further, but his clearance is closed down by Haas. It's going to be a throw-in to be taken by Solomon Davis. about 15 yards, 20 yards from the corner flag. Good throw down the line, looking for Adams. Charlie Doyle looks to help it on. It's Sakura on the ball. Cartwright spreads it wide for Vaughan. Further wide now for Johnston. It's good play from Guiseley. But the ball down the line, cut out by Smith, and Weir looks to help it on towards Burton. Can Burton chase onto his own flick on? It looks like he can. He's got Sakura for company now. He cuts inside. He's done well, Jake Burton. But Sakura gets a foot in, and Charlie Doyle looks to spread it for Solomon Davis. He's into the box. It's Solomon Davis across the goal, and it's a goal. It's the first goal of the season. It's Lucas Weir in the 6-yard box. It's a brilliant pick out from Charlie Doyle to find Josh Solomon Davis inside the penalty area. He chested it down fantastically, played it back across the box. And Lucas Weir was inside the 6-yard box to tap home. It's Guiseley 0, Marine 1.
Excuse me. Who scored that? Well done, Lucas. Well done, Josh. Well done, Josh. Superb.
A little bit against the run of play, the goal there, but you'll take those against a tough opposition in Guiseley, recently relegated from the Vanarama National League North. And Guiseley look to get us back underway through Andy Kellett. Ball all the way back to Harris. Spread wide for Sakura. And a long ball forward, looking for Johnston. Mark Howarth judges it well and plays it down the line. And it's Charlie Doyle who can turn on it. Looks to play it forward, and his ball's deflected and down the line from Smith, looking for Keelan Adams, but into the possession of Trenery. Distributes the ball well out wide for Haas. Looks down the line for Cassidy. It's a good strong challenge from Spittle, and Jake Burton will chase it down now. But it's always Trenery's ball. Out wide for Haas now. Infield for Dean. Haas gets it back and starts to dart down the left wing. He's got Hay out wide for him. He uses Hay. Cuts inside onto his right foot. Looks to whip a ball in towards the back post. He's unmarked. It's a great save from Bailey Passant. I think it was Johnston arriving at the back post. Looked destined for the bottom corner, and Passant got down well to keep it at 1-0 to Marine. Corner to be taken over at the far side by Kellett. Ball in towards the back post. And it looked for a second as if it could have even gone straight in. But Bailey Passant managed to gather it. Andy Kellett, a player with Football League experience, started his career at Wigan for various loan spells, including Chesterfield. Long ball forward from Passant up towards Adams, who's mistimed his jump, and now Spittle can head it forward for Marine. Almost into the path of Burton. But the ball just slides out for a throw-in. A throw-in in Marine's favour. Josh Solomon Davis just taking his time over getting into the correct position. Solomon Davis now. He's got options down the line, both in the form of Charlie Doyle and Keelan Adams. Jake Burton's come across now. He plays it in towards Smith, who's coming a long way to make an option from the other side of the pitch. The two wing backs. Ball down the line for Keelan Adams. Taken off him. Cartwright has it, plays it back and cleared. Jonathan Spittle first to that one. Heads it back into danger area. Good touch from Spittle to take it down as the ball comes his way again. And the challenge from Cartwright. And Lucy just tidies that up and plays it across to Howarth, who can try and bring the ball forward. He's got Jake Cassidy closing him down. Not the best ball down the line from Howarth as it runs out for a goal kick. Long ball looking forward for Hay, who picks it up now. Under a little bit of pressure from Charlie Doyle. Ball down the line from Vaughan. But gathered by Passant. Passant not being allowed to play the ball off the ground as Cassidy keeps him company. One ball looking forward for Burton, but headed out by Harris. And Spittle wins the second header. Here's Kellett now with a little bit of time to turn. Good right-footed ball out for Johnston. He's got space to run into, but Smith has regained his position. Gets the block on the corner. So it's going to be a corner, an in-swinger to be taken by Kellett over on the far side. Oh, Bailey. He's come out to try and punch it away. He's not got there, and that's back out for Kellett. Look to get it back onto his left foot. He has. He's tried to whip the ball in. Shouts of handball. The referee waves play on. Cartwright in a left back position, plays it back to the more natural left back, Jonathan Haas, sorry. Trenery with a long ball forward now, the goalkeeper. Headed away by Wardle, former Witten Albion centre half. Forward from Lucy up towards Adams, wins the flick on, but too far away from Burton to latch onto it. Much of the game being played in the air now as Sean Smith is felled and wins the free kick on about the halfway line. And with about 24 minutes on the clock, the referee calls for a water break. Set of the game for Marine. 24 minutes in, a goal to be good. Thanks to a goal from Lucas Weir. There's a ball over the top from Solomon Davis in behind the fullback, who played it across goal into the 6-yard box, where Lucas Weir could tap it in. So this new look Marine side. So far so good. If you missed the start of the game where I read the two teams, I'll just recap the Marine team, as there are a lot of new faces. So in goal, one of the familiar ones, Bailey Passant, with Josh Solomon Davis, who's playing at right wing back today. Sean Smith, who's playing at left wing back. Then we're playing a back three of Mark Howarth, Josh Wardle, who's the captain today, Jonathan Spittle. In the centre of the pitch is Charlie Doyle and Jordan Lucy. And just in front of them, playing as a sort of floating number 10, Lucas Weir. strike partnership of Keelan Adams and Jake Burton. On the bench, just 4 substitutes named today due to a little bit of an injury crisis. We've got about 5 or 6 players missing. Luke Clark, Callum Harris, Hayden Campbell, Mo Torre, all on the bench as we get ready to get back underway. It's Mark Howarth to do so, about 5 yards inside his own half with a free kick, looking forward for Josh Wardle, who's gone forward, heads it down and cleared away by Sakura. And here's Burton now with a little bit of time to turn. He turns and it doesn't quite fall for Wardle. And Burton with the effort, Wardle with the effort, roll peppering shots at the goal. Shouts for handball as a block was made. I think the effort was either from Wardle or Burton. There was a few shots firing in there, it was hard to keep track. I think there was a great save in there from Trenery along the way as well. Either way, it's gone behind for a corner. In towards the middle where Wardle is. He's taken to the ground. Adams had a hand on his back, but not enough for the penalty as they look to clear it away, Guiseley. Ball down the line from Haas. Doesn't find its intended target of Johnston. It's out for a throw-in just in front of me on the halfway line to be taken by Solomon Davis. The Mariners in no particular rush to enter a fast tempo game, slowing it down at every opportunity. Here's Burton. He's not quite been pushed off. Oh, he's done really well to win the free kick in the end. He looked to back into the player and protect the ball. And he looked as if it was about to be nicked off him, but he turned well, wins the free kick. And it looks like it will be. Looks like it's going to be Lucy. Sorry, Lucas Weir to take a free kick in a dangerous position. It's outside the penalty area by about 10 or 15 yards. Down by the right corner flag. Oh, it's not the best free kick in from Weir. It's cleared away at the near post. And the second clearance from the Guiseley man is out of play on about the halfway line, so another throw in to be taken by Solomon Davis. In fact, the ball went out of play first about 20 yards inside the Guiseley half. Needs a bit of movement here. Lucy started to create an option. Looks like we're going to go down the line for Adams. Adams and Doyle both going for it there. Cleared up but not away by Guiseley. Adams wins it back and Burton with a strike with the left foot. Decent effort from Burton. Straight at the goalkeeper though, who can distribute it wide for Haas. Infield for Cartwright, back to Haas. Scooped over Solomon Davis well towards Hay, but headed out of play by Spittle. About half an hour played, still Marine lead by a goal to nil. As that throw-in is cleared away by Spittle, up towards Adams, picked up by Haas. And Harris plays it out in towards Hay. Nice touch from Hay into Cassidy. Getting a bit of rhythm together now, Guiseley. Dean looks over the top for Johnston. Headed out by Mark Howarth. Here is Vaughan now with the outside of his boot. Decent effort. from about 25 yards. Had Bailey passing, scrambling for a moment. So it's going to be a goal kick for passing. Smith looks to play it out into Lucas Weir, who's popped up on the left wing. Plays it back for Howarth, who plays the ball over the top, looking for Keelan Adams if he can get there. Collision between him and Trenery as the goalkeeper caught the ball. Adams contested it fairly, but jumped into the Guiseley keeper. The Marine fans behind the Bailey Passett's goal showing their appreciation for Keelan Adams. So free kick taken by Trenery, looking down the right inside channel. Cleared away by Howarth. Ball in midfield now with Dean. Good challenge between him and Weir. And they look to play it for Johnston in behind. Howarth makes a bit of a mess of a clearance and he's scuffed it out for a corner kick. They're going with the in-swinger yet again by Andy Kellett. Of course, a little bit of trouble so far for Marine. In towards a dangerous area. Not quite cleared away by Howarth and further away by Spittle. Long clearance up towards Jake Burton. Dealt with very well by Ethan Vaughan. Just to stoop and head it back to his goalkeeper. It's Cartwright. Runs down the left wing in towards Hay. Infield for Haas. Good feet from him. Across for Johnston. Johnston looks to drive it through the middle and Cartwright is into the penalty area. Needs to be closed down. Bailey Passant just came rushing out. Back in his goal now. Johnston with a strike. Blocked. Charlie Doyle can clear it away. Over towards the left wing. Dean, as he's back to goal, plays it back for Spencer Harris with number 6 at centre half. He can bring it forward now, out wide for Haas. Good play from Hay to leave it, and the through ball back towards Hay. Just shepherded out by Josh Solomon Davis. Good spell for Guiseley. Responded well since going a goal behind. About 11 minutes to go until the half-time whistle. One ball forward up towards Jake Burton. Met in midfield by Smith. And Johnston wins it back for Guiseley. Vaughan is just closed down by Doyle. Good challenge in there from Weir. Howarth just tries to take down the long ball, but he's beaten off it by Cassidy, who can run towards the penalty area now. Closed down well by Josh Wardle. Here's Johnston now. Down the right wing. Looks to swing a ball into the box, cleared away by Howarth. Dean tries to play it back out wide for Vaughan. Just runs out of play. We're throwing over on the far side for the Mariners. Again, a little bit of hesitancy in taking it. Josh Wardle just having a word with the referee. Not sure what that's about. It's Mark Howarth now to take the throw in. He's got Smith down the line, as well as Weir and Burton. Down the line looking for Weir. Here's Smith now. Tries to scoop it forward towards Keelan Adams. Through to the goalkeeper. Good distribution from him yet again. To Haas, long ball forward. Bailey hasn't thought about coming, but just watched the bounce. And caught the through ball. Long ball forward from passing up towards Keelan Adams. Just left by Harris, and Adams bulldozers into Haas and gives away a free kick. So into the final 10 minutes of the half. Still Marine lead by a goal to nil. Thanks to a goal from Lucas Weir. Long ball forward from Trenery. Look towards Cassidy. Here's Hay. In his through ball is intercepted by Smith. Clears away. Met by Sikora. Here's Dean. Sikora has stayed down under challenge from Adams. It's Johnston. Beats one man, looks to whip it in towards the back post. Cassidy might just about be able to keep it in. The far side he does. Solomon Davis does well to win it back. But now Cartwright picks it up off of Solomon Davis. And the challenge from Solomon Davis is Andy Kellett now looks to turn. Lussey clears it away. Further away by Weir up towards Jake Burton. But now Dean has it back. Sikora back to his feet now. Not moving 100% comfortably. As Kellett picks it up in a number 10 position. Good turn. Ball into Cartwright. He's got space to have a shot if he so wishes. He tries his luck, and it's... Tell you what, it wasn't a million miles away from nestling in that bottom right corner. A few disgruntled Guiseley fans in the crowd after that challenge from Keelan Adams and George Sikora. One ball forward from passing up towards Adams. He's just mistimed that one again. And in the end, Spittle has to put it into touch. If in doubt, head it out sort of play. Down the line with the throw in from Haas is Kellett now. Out wide for Johnston. He's got Vaughan overlapping. Uses a dummy run so far. Switched back into the centre for Luke Dean. Back out wide for Haas. Hooks down the line for Johnston, but cleared away by Spittle. Good clearance down the line, landed on the roof of the stand. So throw-in to be taken on this near side by Haas, who gets it back. Gets past Burton, but not past Solomon Davis. Now back for Dean, who will look to spread it wide for Vaughan. A little bit too much on that from the midfielder. That's going to be a throw-in over on the far side to be taken by Smith. Or Wardle, sorry. Smith has just taken up a position down the line. So might look to win the flick on. We've just had a cricket ball land on the pitch from the pitch next door, so that will have to be removed. And we're back underway with another throw-in on the halfway line over on the far side from Wardle. And looked like there might have been a use of a hand in the centre of the pitch there from Cartwright. Referee plays on. It's Hay. Just in front of me on this. Guiseley left. And here's Haas. He's not got many options ahead of him. Good pressing from Charlie Doyle. And Haas in the end has to play it all the way back to his keeper. Under pressure from Adams. Just clears it away. Hay can take it down. Good touch from Hay. Looks down the line where he assumed Andy Kellett would be. Bailey Passant's come a long way out and not cleared it brilliantly, but Smith has recovered it. Back towards Howarth, who just clears it away. And now Dean has it back for Guiseley. Back for Haas. All the way back for Trenery in goal. 3.5 minutes left of normal time of the first half. Still Marine lead, courtesy of a Lucas Weir goal, a debut goal in competitive football for the Mariners. Johnston with the throw-in. Over on the right wing for Guiseley. That bounced up off a hand of Mark Howarth. It's going to be a free kick in a dangerous position for Guiseley. Unintentional, but it did divert the ball. And it did change the ball's direction. So it is a free kick. It's over to the right of the box, so it's going to be Kellett with the left foot to try and... Will he trying to swing it in towards the back post, or will he go for goal? Passant's left a little bit of space behind him in that top left corner if Kellett can pick it out. And in the end it's straight at Bailey Passant, who catches it at the second attempt and falls to the floor just to eat up a few valuable seconds. Long ball forward, looking for Burton over the top, but Trenery comes off his line well to gather. And now Sikora looks to play it forward, but he's under a bit of pressure, so plays it back for Dean. Lussey now can play it forward. It's just a little bit scrappy in there. Here's Harris. Back to his goalkeeper, who can clear it long. Up towards Cassidy, who's been a little bit isolated in the last 20 minutes or so. Weir gives away a free kick inside the centre circle. To be taken by Harris. Long ball forward looking for Johnston, headed away by Mark Howarth. Up but not away with the clearance from Lussey. Now Vaughan will look to take it forward. He gets past a couple of men. Good play from the right back. Looks to tap it into Kellett. It's a good challenge. Oh, it's off the line. There's a good challenge on Kellett. Looked to be from behind. So there were shouts for a penalty, but I think he just about got a toe on the ball. Kellett came up, got back up, had the second shot saved well by Bailey Passant. I believe it was Cassidy who tried to just loop it over with the header. Solomon Davis off the line for a corner inside the final minute of the first half. In towards the back post, headed away by Charlie Doyle. And now Smith, can he bring it out? He can't, he heads it out for a throw-in. Good spell of pressure for Guiseley. Just killed the momentum a little bit by taking their time over the throw-in, but it's going to be taken by Ethan Vaughan over on the far side. Here's Kellett now in space, looks to cut inside, but Kellett was wise to it. Cleared out. No nonsense stuff from Smith. Over on the far side now with the throw-in is Vaughan in towards Cassidy. He swings a leg at it and misses. Two minutes to be added on at the end of the first half. Just a reminder that this stream will end at the end of this half, and there will be a new stream open for the second half, so join us in 15 minutes for that one. As Adams looks to play a ball forward towards Smith, gathered by Trenery. Trenery with a long ball forward, looking for Johnston, but it's headed behind. Headed away by Howarth. Quick throwing down the line for Cassidy. Holds it up well. Back for Johnston, who can have a go with his left foot. Picked up in the centre by Solomon Davis, who clears down the line. Jake Burton now can pick it up. He's got Haas for company. Looks to be running towards the corner flag. Wins a corner. Good play from Burton. So it's going to be a corner late in the half for Marine. With the left foot of Weir. Just taking a little bit of time on this. Adams is in there at the far post and was close to connecting to the head of Wardle. And that's the end of the half. First half of football in the 2022-23 campaign. First half goal from Lucas Weir after good Davis allowed Weir space in the box to